Spark Arena minus their star import. But regardless, a double dose of revenge is on the cards for the Jackies. The Breakers are after 3 in a row against the Jays following a round 8 win in Launceston. Can the Breakers faithful will them to another victory over Tasmania? It's a semi-final rematch in Tamaki Makaurau. Who takes the victory tonight? It's the Green Army versus Breaker Nation, and tip-off is just moments away. Hello everyone and welcome to Spark Arena, downtown Auckland. And on a beautiful, gorgeous evening here in Tamaki Makaurau, we are ready for a hot battle between two teams who have a new but burgeoning grudge against each other, it'll have to be said. Kia ora te whānau, welcome along to Spark Arena. It is going to be an exciting game. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this call. And Casey, these two teams, they kind of don't really like each other, do they?
There's a little bit of animosity. Probably wasn't helped by the fact the Breakers just played a video in Arena that showed them knocking the JackJumpers out of the finals last year. But certainly that familiarity within each other, as much as they played, there is a little contempt coming between the two squads at times.
Yeah, it is going to be a fun game. It is going to be an interesting game as well. It is the DC Multiverse round in the NBL, and we're looking forward to the uniform reveals of these two teams as well. And for more on the round, we're joined by Courtney Tidy, who's a guest with her, and the CEO of the Breakers, Lisa Edser.
That's right, team. Kia ora whānau and kia ora to you, Lisa. Now, the team just mentioned it is DC Multiverse round, celebrating the superheroes in the DC Multiverse. But here in Breaker Nation, we're celebrating everyday heroes. Can you tell us a little bit about that tonight?
Yeah, that's right, Courtney. So we thought we'd celebrate everybody that does just everyday heroism. As you say, we invited fire, police, ambulance, teachers, healthcare workers, Girl Guides, Scouts, invited them all along with a discount, and we're pleased to see so many of them here tonight.
As are we, and we also are very pleased to see many of the fans dressed up. Now, I've seen some questionable Spider-Man costumes, but what does it mean to have the fans get involved, and you're also doing a giveaway for them?
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to have them dress up and to be able to reward them. We've brought them courtside, they've got a night on us, hospitality, there'll be a fashion parade later on, it's fantastic.
Finally, it's a full house here tonight. How special is it for Breaker Nation and the fans to have the Breakers playing at home, and also for the Breakers, they've won their last 4 home games?
Well, yeah, we have. It's really awesome to be back at Spark. We were away in Christchurch, as you know, and then not such a good result in Melbourne, so to have such a good turnout to see us do it tonight, it's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Lisa, as we celebrate heroes on and off the court here tonight.
Nothing quite like the heroes of paid television commentators as well. Casey Frank, this is how it looks when it comes to the ladder, and you can see the JackJumpers second by virtue of a couple of losses to the Kings and the Wildcats suffering in the last week or so. The Breakers on the outside looking and tracking the wins of the Bullets, and the Taipans are directly above them. And this is how the rest of round 10, the DC Multiverse round, looks. And you've got the 36ers and Taipans tonight. Big change for the 36ers this week. Jettisoning their coach CJ Bruton. The United playing the Bullets, and the Kings and the Phoenix to round out round 10. Parker, Jackson, Cartwright. Looking forward to this matchup with Jordan Crawford. Both guards well under 6 foot, but both with huge, huge responsibilities for these two teams.
Well, small in height, but big in game. The Little Big Man Club is at least 2 members deep in this league this year, with Parker Jackson Cartwright, one of the most prolific scorers in the league. His speed end to end is unmatched by anyone in this competition, and for me that includes Jordan Crawford. But what Jordan Crawford does have is ultimate quickness with the ball in hand. He's a little shorter than Jackson Parker Cartwright, but just as explosive a scorer. He's had some big games, over 20, over 30 this year. What he's looking for is a little bit of consistency, which is important for this JackJumper squad tonight, especially with no Milton Doyle.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much Jordan Crawford has on this one, because he is going to have to get up a lot of shots as well. But just to get about ready to get this game tipped off, and we are ready for this game to go. 2 starting 5s out there now for the both teams. And Jackson Cartwright, Abercrombie, Lamb, Delaney, and Matiang out there for the JackJumpers. Drimmick, Crawford, McVeigh, Lee. And McDonald. And that's your starting five for Tasmania. Let's get this game going. Matiang and Lee will get us underway here. Just waiting for...
Ready? Yeah, here we go.
Jackson Cartwright has the ball. Slam and the breakers. Slam kicking it out to Jackson Cartwright, given the room. Long shot, long rebound. Controlled by the JackJumpers off the back of the iron.
See no presence on the breakers on the offensive glass. The worst team in the competition at that. They're gonna have to make some inroads to get some extra possessions against the JackJumpers tonight.
Crawford at the elbow, nothing but net. Jordan Crawford gets the scoring underway for Tasmania.
Love that action. Crawford has to come across multiple bodies to get that screening before that handoff, and catches it in that mid-range. With that elevation, very tough to challenge for Parker Jackson Cartwright.
Lamb. He's tied up.
That's just smart. That's just smart. He feels Drimmick. He feels Drimmick all over him there, and just instantly rips through, gets the whistle. A good early whistle makes Drimmick have to just give him a little bit more space and possibly freeze him up for some drives.
Finn Delaney in the post. There's McVeigh on his back. Good early touch of Finn Delaney. He'll look to get going. Left it short. Marcus Lee crashing the glass.
Good mindset though, McVeigh and Finn Delaney, they have some great battles. He's trying to take him into the post, but those are two multi-skilled players that are going to test each other this season.
Lee looking to clear some room with Matiang all over him. Crawford finds McDonald. Abercrombie caught underneath the Lee screen. Matiang cleans it up.
Yeah, that action fed off the last play, but that time it was for that McDonald triple. Had a clean look at it, just couldn't hit it.
Delaney challenging the defense of the JackJumpers. Finn Delaney gets the bucket.
Aggressive Finn Delaney early in this one. 2 touches, 2 shots, 1 for 2. I like the mindset. I like challenging Jack McVeigh, who's going to have a lot on his shoulders as well with Milton Doyle out in the game.
Crawford giving it to Lee. Lee gets his own shot after it was blocked by Matiang for second time as well.
Well, that looked like it was off Lee's hand. I'm pretty sure that's Breaker's ball, but the officiating crew is going to have a discussion about it. I think if we saw a replay, it's pretty obvious coming this way. Jump ball is going to go to Tasmania, though. We take another look at it. Beautiful block by Matiang on the first one and the second attempt as well. It's important for him to be able to challenge EC, go straight off Marcus Lee's hands. Obvious Breaker basketball.
That's right, you got 5.
But they've called the jump ball on the court, so it's going to stay that way. 5 seconds on the clock, stays with Tasmania.
Here's McDonald. Catch and shoot. Lee. Back to Crawford. Crawford with 5 early points for the JackJumpers.
And there's those second possessions. The Breakers not only pour on the offensive glass, the third worst team in the competition on the defensive glass, and we've got an offensive foul on Parker Jackson Cartwright. Well, we're already getting a little testy in this one.
Modi Mahor, can't believe it.
That's a couple of tough calls against the Breakers consecutively. First, Lee hits it out of bounds. They get a second opportunity, hit the 3. And then it just looked like Parker Jackson Cartwright was coming, but there comes back at you.
And then Marcus Lee fouls Matiang at the other end.
Well,
good hustle back from Marcus Lee. Could have let that one go, but he's going to challenge his opposite at the rim. Oh, some of the ball as well.
Matiang slowed up just a bit there, let Lee come back into the play. Could have been dangerous because Lee is a fantastic shot blocker, but he gets enough body to send Mango Matiang to the line for 2 attempts.
Mango Matiang, he has had an up and down season. He has just been the lone defender in the paint at times. And teams have gone at the Breakers with the injury to Zion Cheatham, and teams seemingly getting a little bit bigger in NBL24. Matiang has had a battle on his hands every night in this league. Misses the second. It's Delaney with the rebound. He gets it back from Lamb, who drops it off for Matiang, and Matiang puts it down and one. Marcus Lee with 2 quick fouls.
The Breakers are definitively attacking the basket. They are looking for a presence in the paint. Another paint touch for Finn Delaney, drops this one off, and Mango Matiang off to one of his best starts of the season for the Breakers. Beautiful little drop off at the late, good up fake, gets that contact, and the powerful finish for Mango on the rim. Marcus Lee heads to the bench. Of course, now comes in Will Magne, so it doesn't exactly get easier for the Breakers.
It's going to be Mango with the foul shot. It's sitting on the baseline seats there.
Here we go, fellas. One shot.
Looking for his first free throw of the game. Nice and quiet at Spark.
Hits one for on the trip, another one, so a huge couple. Ties up at 5, and now let's start over fresh. 0-0 to go.
It's Magne up high. Crawford with the catch, using that screen. He got hit as he took a shot, and Tom Abercrombie is pretty upset that is a foul call.
I'd be interested to see the replay. Tom Abercrombie isn't the guy who normally complains when he gets that contact. Crawford looked like he put those feet out a little bit. They're running this handoff action, giving him plenty of space. Abercrombie challenges. There was contact low. There's nothing high. The contact was on the leg. I'm a little surprised Modi Moore isn't challenging, but he's not going to do it. Ball's in his hands. The free throw goes up. The contact wasn't high. It was on the legs, and from my view, it looked like Crawford's leg was shot out a little bit, not the way the officiating crew saw it.
Wow. With 2 minutes 40 gone in this game, got 5 fouls called already when they played in Launceston in round 8. Crawford makes the second of 3. They had 43 fouls between these two teams. And for the Breakers, foul problems have been an issue for this team. They still got the win in Launceston as well. As Magne on the glass. It's a 4-point play.
Another offensive rebound for Tasmania. 6 boards in the game already, 4 offensive, and we wanted to know who was going to pick up the slack. Crawford's already got 7. They are leaning on him early offensively.
Lamb. McVeigh has to guard him. He goes up with the right hand. Anthony Lamb just has pure strength.
So patient, just takes his time on the toes. You are not going to get him rushed, and he knows how to create that space with his body.
It's Drimmick missing that. Maybe he looked to hand it off for Magne.
I think that was a pass, just couldn't connect.
Jackson Cartwright gives it to Lamb. Lamb kicking it. Delaney given room by McVeigh. And McVeigh will be called for the... It's stepped out, actually, not called for the foul at all. Finn Delaney just couldn't use enough of the court. And Isaiah Liafa will come into the game for Tom Abercrombie.
Probably a shot that his teammates expected him to get up. He had a little bit of space on that swing, but he wants to attack Jack McVeigh. Those two are looking for the grind between each other, enjoying that contact.
Magne out high, looking for the handoff with Crawford. Liafa, the defensive assignment on Crawford. Jordan Crawford creates the space and knocks the 3 down.
He's on a 10-piece already. 10 minutes, or 10 points in 4 minutes. Not a bad go. That's going to be a lot of points if he keeps this up. That's going to be like 100.
That's great, man. Liafa gives it to Delaney. Delaney attacking the runner. Gets the roll, though he can't. Crawford with the ball. Looking to create space. He's on a heater. Heat check right here. Jordan Crawford with 12.
I think we might want to change the coverage. They are coming off those on-ball screens, and they're in those drops. They are going to have to step up, trap, or at least give a hard show because he is in the zone. 12 points already.
Mantas, he shoots He's about to check in as Delaney gives it to Matiang. Can't get it on the backboard and down. Magnay with the rebound.
A good challenge there without fouling by Magnay and McVeigh from behind.
Jordan Crawford. Magnay with the follow. It's tipped out. Magnay goes down. And it will be Breakers' ball. They get the stop. Dane Teno in the game. Teno and Ruvstavichus in the game now for Delaney and Matiang.
Look at this shot by Crawford. He is just
I expect that to go in.
Oh, that was the challenge there. Will Magnay got on the glass, couldn't control it. But Jordan Crawford, he is playing well right now. 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from the line. 12 points, no other stats. That's all you need to do. If you've got 12 points in 5 minutes, you don't have to do anything else. That's all you need.
Lachlan Barker in the game with the defensive duties on TJC. Jackson Cartwright strikes that three.
Attacks right away. Crawford goes to the seat. Parker Jackson Cartwright steps up.
Drimmick kicking it out. Nice look. McDonald's in and out.
Oh, halfway down. Beautiful look.
Jackson Cartwright trying to jump through the contact and drop it off, but it will stay down on the baseline for the Breakers.
Excellent defense in transition. It is difficult to stay in front of a man with that kind of speed, and especially when he's looking for that contact.
Just didn't get his jump right, did he?
Yeah, well, he didn't able to make that contact because McDonald kind of jumps away. He knows you can't go at that player when he's attacking you because he's looking for it. Was just unable to get his hand off the ball.
Steindl in the game now. It's Drimmick who takes a seat. Lamb. And we've got a foul on the drive here. No continuation. And it's going to be a foul on Jack Bay, number 9.
4 whistles on the JackJumpers, 2 on the Breakers so far. Just 2 fouls on Marcus Lee. No one else in the game with more than 1 personal.
Pino will sit down. Delaney will come back into the game. Ruvstavichus tried to fire it to Delaney, and Magnay gets the steal. McDonald running downhill. Goes up over Ruvstavichus, and it's a good defense from the next star of the Breakers, and Lamb has the rebound, and now he's going at Magnay. Magnay sticks with him, kicks it out though. Jackson Cartwright with his second three.
Wow, that was poor defense there by Barker. He shouldn't have helped out of the corner. 1 pass away, that enabled Parker Jackson Cartwright to get that wide open look. Help has to come from the weak side.
McVeigh. Lamb got him on the arm. What a drive from Jack McVeigh. He is having some season for the JackJumpers. 16 points, 5 rebounds, shooting the ball at 52%. The only guard in the league who's shooting over 50%.
And then we see take another look at it. Barker just got a little bit of loss there. Parker Jackson Cartwright gets to the corner. Nice find by Lamb. And on this end, McVeigh just rips through. Let's not forget, when the Breakers beat Tasmania, there was a little bit going on between these two. There were some extracurricular activities, certainly a little bit of chin wag going back and forth between Anthony Lamb and Jack McVeigh. It looks like that's continuing today as well.
JackJumpers have gone small as well. And there is the contact on TJC. Barker will pick up the foul. And that's fouls on the team to shooting on the continuation now. So Majok Den comes in the game, and that continuation will see TJC go to the line.
They're going to have
Crawford back into it as well.
The Breakers are going to have to be really aware of Dang and his shooting ability as a big. The Breakers have tended to let some of the bigs for the opposition get some looks from out deep, but they cannot do that with Majok Dang. He is too streaky out there.
Formerly of the 36ers, along with Anthony Drimmick. Majok Den. Grew 11 centimetres in 1 year, did Majok Den. He gave up football for basketball. There's Fabian Krislovic in the game. Gives it back to Ding. Ding off the side of the backboard is fouled.
That's going to be
Lamb.
Yeah, it's going to be his second. 2 out of the last 3 possessions, they've been driving on him, and he's gotten picked up with a whistle on 2 of those. He'll head to the bench now as Thomas Abercrombie checks back in. Take another look at it. Just trying to close him off that 3-point line, and just too aggressive there with the body. Nice pull-up by Dan. Gets himself a trip to the strike for 2.
Wow, just under 3 minutes to go. Already 9 fouls in this first quarter. These 2 teams play physical. Good job, Ding, hearing it, that spark. He's normally an 81% foul shooter as well. Misses both. Abercrombie with the board. Jackson Cartwright makes his move as soon as he gets the ball, and he gets the roll. Parker Jackson Cartwright, he's got 10. He and Jordan Crawford doing the damage in this first quarter.
Well, they're asking a lot out of Lachlan Barker right now to be matched up with Jackson Parker Cartwright out there at the top of the key. This is one of the premier isolation scorers in the competition. So you're going to have to pinch in. You're going to have to give help. If you let him attack anyone one-on-one, much like Crawford on the other end, they are going to get their buckets with consistency. What a steal.
The offer to Abercrombie. And the Breakers lead is 3 now. Timeout. Scott Roth and the JackJumpers. Breakers on a roll here after weathering an early Crawford storm in the first quarter. And they now have gone on a roll themselves.
I believe that's 7 straight points.
And let's go for a little bit of an interview Casey did before the game, just to hear how it is going with the Breakers.
Well, Tommy, big weekend as the Breakers try and climb up the ladder. And this week, you're against a team with really good ambitions on the offensive glass and defensively as well, controlling the boards. How do the Breakers look to make some inroads in the area where they've been a little deficient this season?
Yeah, we're obviously lacking a little bit of size and athleticism compared to some of their big guys. Magnay and Lee on the boards are a handful. It's a collective effort. It's been a talking point for us throughout the season, having that team mentality to come in. Gang rebound is a term that we use a lot because you can't just leave it up to one guy against a team like this that crashes really hard.
And one of the premier matchups of the round, in my opinion, is going to be Parker Jackson Cartwright against Jordan Crawford, 2 of the mighty little men in the competition. How do you look to contain a player of Jordan Crawford's stature, especially without considering that Doyle's not here? He's probably going to have an extra load on his shoulders.
Yeah, really tough matchup. He's obviously going to take a bit more on his shoulders, and it's one of those ones we're going to try and throw some different looks at him. We got some matchups where we can put a bit of size in him and try and challenge things, and some other matchups like Parker, who can really, probably the only guy in the league who can compete with him from a foot speed point of view. So I think we're lucky that we've got those 2 different looks we can throw at him. We'll see what's working and try and keep him guessing.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck tonight.
Back at it, let's go to Courtney, who had an error in those timeouts.
But I did. Coach Moody, he talked about the defensive work of the Breakers just like that, and their offensive flow on attack. He wants them to be quick on transition. Once they score, get straight on defense, and he said, look for the Jack McVeigh comeback.
Crawford on the pull-up. Thanks, Courtney. Rebound from Stavicius. And whose ball is it, Casey?
That's going to be JackJumpers' ball. That's Stavicius just lost possession. He was just trying to corral it, lost his footing, fell out of bounds with it. So take another look at that nice steal, and then uses his body, throws Montas Stavicius to just shed that defender from getting to it. That is.
Oh, man, those Aliafa. He's trying to stick to Jordan Crawford. He literally just ran right over the top of him.
What a clever play.
Liafa.
I mean, that's just such an intelligent play by Jordan Crawford. That's understanding time and place. That's the 5th foul on the Breakers this quarter. That's free throws. He knows that these defenders are working so hard to chase him around that handoff. Just stops, takes the bump, and looks to put a stop to this 9-0 run by the Breakers that has given them a 5-point lead.
Crawford with 13 in the first quarter, 13 of the 18. No Milton Doyle for the JackJumpers, returning to the US after the passing of his father. Send our condolences to Milton Doyle and his family. Crawford misses the second. Delaney with it. Coming up to 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's been eventful to say the least. Delaney all alone. Gets McVeigh up in the air and tries to throw it down to Krislovic.
Well, I love the offense really making Tasmania work around, but what a recovery by Krislovic at the cup to deny the short two.
Now it's Abercrombie on Jordan Crawford. And Krislovic just going around Delaney there. And it will be more foul shots coming up for the Jackies.
And Tasmania is just executing their half-court offense with such pace. As we take another look at the up fake and the attack, Delaney had his eye on the prize, but Krislovic gets a little bit of arm, not a lot of basketball to deny that one. Might have been whistle-worthy. Not what happened there. So on the other end, however, Krislovic baits Finn Delaney into the contact, misses the first free throw, but the pace with which Tasmania is executing is making it difficult for the Breakers to make decisions when they come to those handoff actions.
16 foul shot attempts in this quarter already. Krislovic misses both. Jackson Cartwright pulls that down. Tasmania 4 for 10 from the line in this quarter.
Well, there's no way that's going to stay. They're definitely going to get that back.
Liafa misses it.
Well, he felt the size advantage, got there, but Crawford just pulled out the chair.
McVeigh all alone. Tapped out nicely by McDonald. Now it's McVeigh going at Delaney. Krislovic on the glass. McVeigh with the rebound. Crawford from Stavitris with the closeout. Crawford too good, he's got 16.
That's the 8th offensive rebound. 3 on that possession. And when you give up that many second chance points, they're 7 for 19 from the field, but they've got 8 of them back. That's essentially like shooting a 7 for 11.
Jackson Cartwright puts it up and over. Crawford, he's got 13.
He's got 16.
Rather,
It comes up quick.
certainly does.
The tip there by Krislovic. Again, offensive rebound number 9. 6 rebound advantage in the game. The Breakers taking their time to get this in. That might get it down to 1 possession, and it does. Shot clock off for the quarter now. The Breakers can hold it for the last touch.
Good luck trying to trap Parker Jackson Cartwright with the ball in the backcourt. Burn off a little bit of clock here as Jackson Cartwright flirting with the halfway line. Now they're going to try and force out of his hands. Roots to Vitrus. Misses that 3. And it'll be McVeigh from 3/4 corner. He makes it!
Count that.
That counts! Jack McVeigh with a finish. And that gives the JackJumpers the lead. 26-24. That is good. Look, first quarter, done and dusted. And it's the JackJumpers with the lead by 2. We'll take a break.
You decide, my friend. This is for the My Street Team, 88.6.
Welcome back into the first quarter. Jack McVeigh, the Apple with the challenge, but McVeigh, the eyes on the prize. And what a quarter it was for the visitors, the JackJumpers. And they have a 26-24 lead. Well, let's go to Courtney with more from that quarter time break.
That's right, Coach Moody. He said that he wants the Breakers to stay with it. They worked so hard for that 9-0 run. Defensively, he wants them to be more physical, but stay on the ground, stop reaching. No easy fouls this quarter.
Well, easier said than done for the Breakers this year. The whistle has come at them. They're playing hard defensively, but unable to match the intensity of the JackJumpers on the offensive glass in that first quarter.
That's McVeigh going at this next start. Just one of two teams, the JackJumpers, without a next start. There's Jackson Cartwright down to Pino, rolling around. He can't get that to go down. Got his left elbow heavily taped as well as Dane. With the crossover is Jordan Crawford.
Well, what?
Devitris just got blurred out of that one.
That's tough. It's easier said than done. Don't get the cheap fouls, but when you're guarding Jordan Crawford, who's got 16 points in the first quarter, it becomes a much more difficult task. What a battle between the two mighty point guards. 13 for Jackson Parker Cartwright in the first, and 16 for Crawford. It is all eyes on those two this evening.
McDonald with the clean look, knocks it down. Sean McDonald shooting 53% from the three-point line this season.
I mean, he gets that one to drop, but he's had some clean looks. Has his eye in now. Breakers have to be aware of his presence on the court.
His true shooting percentage is 72%. First in the league, Parker Jackson Cartwright. He's got 15.
Speak about true shooting percentage, he is 5 for 6 from the field and 3 for 3 from the line. That's not bad.
Crawford gives it to McVeigh. And we got a foul on the elbow.
I don't know what you're supposed to do on that foul. Lamb was in front of him. And we saw Jack McVeigh really drop the shoulder, and looks like Modi Moore is looking at challenging that one. Take a look at it. Complete contact created by McVeigh. Is it on that left arm? If he does tap him on the arm, we don't see it from that angle, then that's a foul. If there's no contact there, I don't know where it is. But you don't want Anthony Lamb to pick up the third in the first half, so this is worth a challenge from Coach Modi Moore. But it does not seem like they're challenging.
9. I want 9.
Yeah, what 9? Just straight 9.
Straight 9. How much for you again?
Linton's our guy. One of you two are handling. Straight 9.
I'm going to roll it down straight. I'm going to roll.
All right? Good quality possessions offensively. We're not in a rush. Don't let them speed us up. We're playing at our pace. Now listen. Cartwright's here. We got to stab and fake more. Let him run at him, run back. Don't just stay flat-footed and say, okay, we're just living there. Boom, 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 in and out, all right? Keep your pace. Together, 1, 2, 3, together.
Well, this has been as advertised between these 2 point guards. Crawford with 16, Jackson Cartwright with 15. It'll be Jack McVeigh at the line. No challenge on that shot, on that foul on Anthony Lamb. So he sits with 3 fouls now. Fouls have been a problem for the Breakers. The trail only to Kent's Taipans for fouls committed on average in the league so far, as McVeigh makes the first.
Oh, the fouls have certainly started to go against the Breakers. At one point it was 6-3 the foul count. Now it is 8-6. Breakers with 5 straight whistles against them, putting them on the back foot defensively.
Delaney kicking it out, Glidden. TJC waiting for a screen. It's Abercrombie, and he spins. Crawford gets him. And Jordan Crawford He's called for his first foul of the game.
Parker Jackson Cartwright has taken this offense on his shoulders completely, just slicing and dicing defenders in front of him. If you lay off him, he's got that jump shot flowing right now, but if you are tight, he is going to find the space to attack the rim. That time takes the contact, doesn't get the finish, but a couple more attempts from the free throw line.
Points just gone missing in this game so far. Both teams combining to miss 8 points, make it 9. Jackson Cartwright misses both.
Uncharacteristic for both these squads. Those points are definitely going to come back to haunt someone.
Pino, excuse me, just showing too hard.
Crawford sells
Crawford there. He does sell it, but he's just got everyone so jittery.
Well, you're just reaching out, you get that contact on a guy, you know, he's 5'6", you're working your hardest to just try and stay in front, a little bit of contact, and he can accentuate it so nicely.
Abercrombie, he has the assignment. Glennon with the switch and does a good job. Now where's the offense going to come from the breakers here? Jackson Cartwright on the bench, Lamb on the bench, Liafa looking at Pino. Pino is fouled by Magnay, just what we thought. Liafa, Pino, high on ball, and the roll.
That is where the offense comes from on this possession. Beautiful little pocket pass by Isaiah Liafa coming off the on ball. Pino goes for the quick finish, gets the contact, doesn't get the finish, but back to the stripe, where the breakers are now 50%, same as Tasmania, 4 for 8 and 6 for 12, the numbers between those two squads.
Dane Pino missed that by quite some margin.
He has not spent a lot of time at the free throw line this year. Let's see if he can't get his eye in quickly after that first carom.
Oh, we have a lane violation. Got to call it. We've got to stamp this out. This is just a scourge on the game.
It's a semi-shot fake there.
It was actually a huge lane violation. I'm glad they called it because it was egregious.
Got everybody.
It's got it. Pino misses everything again, unfortunately. And the breakers are 4 for 10 from the line. Tasmania is 6 for 12. Oh my.
That's not a good oh my. That's a,
no, that's
the other kind.
That's a bad oh my. McDonald. Steindl in the corner. A little long. The alpha with it. Crosses half court. Delaney in rhythm. Magnay is tied up by Pino. And that'll be Dane's foul. And that is number 3 on him.
Oh, sorry, just the second on Pino, but the third team foul in the corner. And that is exactly the opposite of what Coach Muddy Moore wanted to come in. He didn't want cheap fouls, but there's nothing cheaper than an over the back on a possession that you had no chance of getting. That's what Coach Muddy Moore is telling him right there.
He's getting the pep talk as well. So Metiang is back in the game. His 13th foul on the break is just the second. Pino, Crawford, jumped Deng back into it. Magnay, face out, quick move, the rip through, and the fall away hook. Beautiful from Will Magnay.
Oh, nice finish there. He's such a powerful player in the post. And go back to McDonald.
Bruce Stavitris had no way of getting it in, and then it's Deng off the nice feed. McDonald with the pressure. And the lead now is 7 for the JackJumpers. And it's just falling apart as Jackson Cartwright cannot get in the game quick enough for the breakers here.
Well, this pressure from Tasmania is causing the breakers real problems. That is not token pressure up the court. They are harassing whoever is bringing the ball up. When it's not Parker Jackson Cartwright, it has been difficult for the breakers to find any kind of rhythm. They've been out of that rhythm. They went on that 9-0 run to get to 22, and since that point, it has been 18-4 to Tasmania.
Liafa missing the 3. Crawford has a block by Parker Jackson Cartwright. Glennon missing that. Magnay with a board.
Hoovering rebounds in right now. They are controlling the glass on both ends to a 10-rebound advantage.
23 rebounds already. Crawford for 3. And Delaney is called for the foul on the clear out.
And that's the 5th personal foul on the Breakers in the quarter. So that's going to be free throws.
5:47 to go in the second quarter.
This is not where the Breakers want to be. They are struggling right now against that half-court defense of Tasmania. Need to find something in transition, but sending the JackJumpers to the line. The JackJumpers will continually be able to set up that defense, put it in that full-court pressure, and really stagnate that half-court offense for the Breakers.
And the saving grace for the Breakers is that JackJumpers are just 5 for 10 from the line, as Dean makes one. He was 0 for 2 before that shot. Form is good on the second as well. Lamb and his 3 fouls into the game. Glidden checks out as Abercrombie comes back in.
Well, bringing back in Anthony Lamb, you can tell that Coach Muddy Moore feels this game is on a knife's edge right now. They just don't have the offense to come back from 15, 20 points down. They have to find a way to get buckets now, and this Tasmanian defense is not making it easy.
It certainly isn't. Delaney is out as well from those subs. So it's TJC. Lamb in a world of trouble underneath. Liafa for 3. Tasmania's defense airtight.
Just swallowing up everything. Great challenges, forcing extra dribbles, making everyone uncomfortable.
McDonald lost the handle, poked away by Jackson Cartwright. Here's Liafa. Tasmania have 4 back. Look at this hustle. Terrific.
It is so impressive. They are locked in defensively. This is a cohesive unit on that end of the ball. They are just not giving away anything easy.
Six to shoot. Magnay banks it in. Everything going right for the JackJumpers. And timeout called from Moti Mao on the Breakers. They're down 14 in the second quarter.
Well, they have silenced this crowd with an impressive run offensively. This is 23-4 now since the Breakers took a 22-17 lead.
Focus up. This is us giving them the lead, right? You're not executing and we're forcing the issue. You need to know what we're running, get into our offense, execute press break. After a make, we're in 22. Tom and Parker at the top, Isaiah and Anthony at the bottom. You're over-pressing, you're about to pick up your second. Relax with my dude, right? Press break. Guys, you need to execute better. Either Lamb or Finn inbound the ball. Parker start high. Isaiah, you need to screen. You need to screen for Parker, and then pop to get open. And then you need to screen for Parker. But you're looking at me, but you're not doing it. This is press break when they press us. Isaiah, here, screen, and then get open here. You're not popping to get open after you screen. Pop. Go, get, go. And then if you don't get it, Isaiah, then screen, then get it, then play. What do you want to do? Let's play on offense. Zipper, post, play. Let's go, boys, come.
That is gut check time for the Breakers after that timeout from Moti Mao.
Well, right now, Tasmania's got the kryptonite to this Breakers offense.
Oh, man, that is good in the DC multiverse round, Casey Frank.
Now the question is, are they going to be able to find some lead to protect themselves? Is Parker Jackson Cartwright going to be able to find some form, ignite this offensive attack that has been dormant the majority of this quarter?
It's an absolute masterclass from Casey Frank. Self-confessed nerd, loves comic books, loves hoops.
And these are off-air conversations.
It is his round. It's been the JackJumpers quarter, their half. And Tiang has it slapped away. We've got a foul. Donald called for it.
I think McDonald a little unlucky there. That team was a little off balance, but the Breakers will take it. They need something to go their way. Crawford checking back into the ball game now. And
That one helped.
well, hasn't scored this quarter. A whole 6 minutes without a bucket. Still has 16. They just refuse to let him get the ball. They're just making Parker Jackson Cartwright work that hard just to catch it.
It's PJC for three. Matiang trying hard on the offensive glass. But another rebound for the JackJumpers. That's 27 now. Almost 2-1, the advantage for the visitors to Spark Arena. Magnay up high. Trimmick. Magnay just that.
Number
Right.
11 on the offensive glass.
7 to shoot. Abercrombie pulls it down. Liafa, high five for the JackJumpers is back. It's Jackson Cartwright. Crawford with the defense. Lamb gets it back from Liafa. Three is halfway down before it pops back out. Under 3 to go in the second quarter. Crawford with 16. Given the room. Matiang with a closeout, it doesn't matter.
I mean, they're just clinical in the half. Madut is just all over Parker Jackson Cartwright. It's finally he gets a whistle. He is essentially being tackled when they're trying to inbound. Was that ball passed in yet? Oh, that's an offensive foul on Parker Jackson Cartwright?
Oh my goodness.
That's ridiculous. He's being tackled, man. Okay. That is 2 offensive fouls on Parker Jackson Cartwright, and neither one he seemed to be doing much. That is just, I don't know. I don't know what he's supposed to do. But he pushed him off because he was essentially being tackled.
Mighty Moore is in disbelief.
Good D if you can do it, Junior Madut, keep it up.
He thought he was going to be called for the foul. He's all over Anthony Lamb again.
You brought it in with your foot.
They just said that, is that a foul?
I think it's a kickball.
Okay.
I think he said he brought it in with his foot.
Hey, next play, fellas.
No.
Next play, no huddles. Here we go. All right, well, if you're standing on,
Sorry, this isn't the one we were looking for. This is not when the whistle could, but this is the Crawford jump shot that he drained to get to 18, which was beautiful.
Scott Roth with a timeout. So 42-26. Nothing is going the Breakers' way at the moment. The JackJumpers just imposing their will on them.
Clinical on both ends. They have just completely locked down the Breakers. This defense is suffocating.
Don't let them ice you down there. A couple times, just come down and throw it over the top and move to the second side so we don't get stuck and buried on that side. Or a thumb action, this is coming for you. Ball's in. You're going to step up and AD, jab them, you're coming to the inside.
Well, you look at the stats right now. The Breakers at one point were 2 for 4 from 3. They're now 2 for 11. They've missed their last 7 from deep. Tasmania still 6 for 13. But the story of this game is the glass. 11 offensive rebounds for Tasmania to 1 for the Breakers. A 29-16 advantage on the glass overall right now. Tasmania has forced 7 turnovers, a few of those offensive fouls. 12 fouls on the Breakers. They have got to find a way to defend in the half court without fouling and to keep these JackJumpers off the glass.
Well, this JackJumpers team, it is no surprise their first in opponent rebounds tick under 38. They've kept the Breakers to just 16 in this half. And they have first in opponent 3-point field goal makes, 7.5 on average as Crawford gets it in. Deng with the high rainbow too.
Look at the pressure. They are just not calling the dogs off at any point in time. They are putting it all in this first 20 minutes.
Trimmick trying to stay with Lamb. He's doing a great job on him. And Anthony Lamb just better with the left hand.
Well, if I'm the Jack Jumpers, I don't complain about any fouls, because that has been going your way for a while now. Trimmick doesn't like it, though.
So Lamb at the line. They've done a real job on him. He's got 3 fouls as well. Just 4 points for Anthony Lamb.
He wrapped up his leg.
What the Jack Jumpers have been doing a great job of doing is staying attached to everyone on Parker Jackson Cartwright's penetrations when he's got that ball in the on-ball action. They're forcing Parker Jackson Cartwright to do all the work with late help.
Breakers in the zone by the looks as Trimmick. Crawford pull up. And now we've got a whistle.
Oh, that's going to be the 4th on Lamb.
Anthony Lamb trying hard to grab the rebound. That is number 4 on him.
Nothing going the Breakers' way.
Absolutely nothing. And look at Lamb over the top, over Trimmick.
Yeah, late he sells it well. There's a bit of contact there, but this has been a physical game both ways, especially in the trenches.
Ball don't lie. Trimmick misses the first. Yeah, 8 of 15. And that's not great, but it doesn't matter because they're up 15.
Also doesn't matter because the Breakers are slightly worse, 5 for 11.
Splits the pair, does Trimmick. Why not stay with his full court pressure and then might just be happy to pick off a pass like that. Vucevic leaving his feet. Still have it, mind you. Delaney looking at Abercrombie. Wants it back, and Trimmick with the defense. McVeigh hedging as Jackson Cartwright gives it to the Lithuanian next start, who misses with the left hand. Krislovic with the rebound.
Tasmania is just imposing their will physically on this game. They've made it a street fight, and the Breakers just unable to match that physical intensity right now without fouling. Parker Jackson Cartwright just picks up his 3rd. Trimmick sells it well. The big bow of Parker Jackson Cartwright sent them flying.
Well, he's not laughing. It's been that kind of night.
Well, he feels hard done by.
This first half cannot finish quick enough for the Breakers. And the return of Will McDowell-White and Zion Cheatham, that cannot come quick enough as well. Still a couple of rounds away. Both targeting a round 12 return. Both tracking on course with their recovery. Saw Zion Cheatham out there today pre-game, getting through his workout. Bit of contact training, looking fresh.
Oh, and Tasmania cracks 60% from the stripe after a couple makes there.
Lead is 18. And the crowd, they want the foul call on the other end there. Vucevic, a left-hand sharpshooter knocks it down. That is just the 8th point in this quarter for the Breakers. It has been a horror show in the second. Foul trouble and fantastic Tasmanian defense. And sublime offense as, again, Jordan Crawford just bending and breaking the Breakers defense. The fans, they're starting to turn here. They cannot believe it.
Well, this does not.
It takes a lot to wind up a Breakers crowd, I'll be honest.
Crawford just attacks, see what Thomas Abercrombie does. He's got that arm across the body there. I mean, the whistle's late. I don't see where he fouled him in the actual shot attempt. When he first put on the ball on the floor, yes, but that's not when the whistle was called. But either way, Crawford with a chance for 20 here. 19 on that make.
What a quarter it has been for the JackJumpers. What a half it's been for Jordan Crawford. He had 16 in the first quarter. It's got 20 and a half.
End of the day, the Breakers just have to make some kind of adjustment defensively. Whatever they're doing is not along the lines of what the officials want to see. They have to do something else to defend because this is not working.
Delaney just lost the handle. It's Crawford and McDonald. Crawford feeling it. McDonald with the time. Krislovich with the 3 ball. Delaney with the rebound. And Delaney holds it up and gives it to Liafa. About a 1.5 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock here as we head towards halftime. Etienne with the screen. Liafa. Will he do it again? McVeigh left it short. And that is the first half at Spark Arena. It has been an absolute masterclass in intensity from the JackJumpers. They have a 17-point lead. They hold the home team to just 32. Just 8 points from the Breakers in the second quarter. One half of basketball to come at Spark. Courtney Tidy has Jordan Crawford with her.
Well, Jordan, huge defensive effort from your side in the second quarter. How do you maintain that in the second half?
Oh, just sticking to Jackie basketball, playing hard, getting up the floor, making it difficult for them.
20 points for you in the half. The Bigs, they're working really hard. Again, how do you repeat that in the second half and bring this one home?
Oh, just keep playing together, playing our offense and letting the game come.
Thank you. As we bring in Parker, that was a tough second quarter for your side. What do you think the defensive message is at halftime from Coach Modi?
I mean, they're getting everything back on the offensive end. They missed, they get it. Crawford's got going early, so just got to stop.
And on attack, 12 from 29 as a team from the field. What needs to change?
Make the shots. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll see you in the second half.
Pretty straightforward. 49 to 32. JackJumpers with a 17-point lead. Will the Breakers have a fight back in them? We'll find out.
And it's time for the BNZ Halftime Hoopla. It's a competition.
Welcome back to the Tasmanian JackJumpers halftime show. And I can tell you it was all Jordan Crawford without Milton Doyle after he left for funeral and passing of his father. It has been all JackJumpers challenging everything at the rim, challenging them in the backcourt, providing highlights after the first quarter, like Jack McVeigh from three-quarter court. It has been all one-way traffic here at Spark Arena. And even like Will Magnay will back in a three. It has been that kind of game. And unfortunately for the Breakers, they are in a hole right now. Just look at that rebound advantage, especially on the offensive end.
Well, when the Breakers are playing their supremely efficient offense, they can maybe withstand a performance like that on the glass, but when they're shooting 3 for 12 from deep and less than 50% from the free throw line, everything just becomes that much tougher, and they are in for a grind in the second half to try and work their way back in this ballgame.
They certainly are. It has not been very festive here at Spark Arena with the visitors coming down the chimney and stealing the presents, more like it, with the JackJumpers just doing what they've been doing all season long, really. I think that one really hurt when the Breakers took one off them at their house, in their place, a couple of rounds ago.
And make no mistake, there was a video before this game that showed some of the animosity between the two teams and the Breakers winning, say bye-bye to the crowd. There was a lot of JackJumpers player watching that, and I think they took it to heart. Now, some fantastic performances, of course, Jordan Crawford with 20, Jackson Parker Cartwright with 15 in the first half, and both guards were electric. 13 of those 15 for JPC in the first quarter. He was shooting it from deep. He was putting guys on skates, getting to the cup as well. His teammates were finding him, but eventually those driving lanes started to dry up. It became that much more difficult, but he has been a shining light offensively for the Breakers in the first half. Can he carry even more of a load in the second? When it wasn't the Cyborgs, shooting percentage, Jackson Parker Cartwright, high efficiency, 5 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from deep, 3 for 5 from the free stripe. Not great for him, but by far the class of the Breakers today who are shooting just 45% from the stripe.
For Jordan Crawford, it was 16 first quarter points, 20 at halftime, and he has been as advertised. Both these guards have been as well, but Jordan Crawford had them in fits at times for the Breakers.
And it was right off the jump, that handoff action puts a lot of pressure on that guard chasing. They kept on going to it play after play, especially once he heated up, and he continued to stay on fire. Fantastic effort from Jordan Crawford. Second, third chance opportunities. You let that guy get his eye on a couple of times, there's no way it's missing. He continues to put pressure on the Breakers. Just 4 points in the second quarter, but that's okay. Still got 20 at the half with fantastic shooting percentages.
Well, how will it go in the second half? The third quarter is coming up pretty shortly because the Breakers, they had no answers in that second quarter. Just eight points in that second quarter for the Breakers. Their offense hampered by foul trouble, and the JackJumpers defense has been so impressive. We'll be back after the break with the third quarter for you here at Spark.
Let's leave it to the professionals. Mine, proud sponsor of the BNZ Breakers. Tune in on air or on the Rover app.
I've managed to find some superheroes. Who do we have here?
Spider-Man, Batman, Bailey Walker. Super.
We have some birthdays in the house tonight. And some big birthdays too. Sean Martin, happy birthday. Happy 15th birthday for the BNZ Breakers. We've got a few people celebrating in their 70s tonight. Andrew Ware, the big 7-1. Congratulations. Sandra Lim, 72. And there's an extra special happy birthday. For Judith, who is 72 today. Happy birthday, Auntie Judith, from Montalegre and the BNZ Breakers. I wish all Sandra, Shaw, Andrew, and Judith a very happy birthday, and hope the BNZ Breakers give you a present of a big win tonight. Happy birthday.
Welcome back to Spark Arena. The Breakers up against the JackJumpers. It's half-time here, third quarter, under 2 minutes to go until we resume proceedings here. And it has been one-way traffic, especially in that second quarter. The Breakers at one point had a 5-point lead. That felt like an age ago.
Yeah, it was 22-17. And then a 32-10 run by Tasmania changed things up. And when you're in this kind of a grind, it just has to be possession by possession. You have to find a way to start it with one step. Can we get a stop? Now can we get a bucket? Now can we string stops together? Can we string buckets together? That's all the Breakers are thinking about. Tasmania, they are playing at a high level right now. Playoff intensity defensively. Offensively, they are technical in their execution. They're getting the shot they want every single time. They are working the defense of the Breakers side to side, and then they've got that huge advantage on the glass. It's not effort by the Breakers. Their effort is decent, but at the same time, it has not matched the effort and physicality of the JackJumpers. They are playing at a different level right now, and the Breakers are desperate to match it.
JackJumpers and the Breakers shooting sub 40%, but it has just been the second chance points that have been killing the Breakers. 14 second chance points by the Tasmania JackJumpers in that first half. And Anthony Lamb is out there with his 4 fouls. They are going to try and ride his 4 fouls out for the rest of the game. Parker Jackson Cartwright's got 3 as well.
Time is now. 17 points down against a team that doesn't really make mistakes. You have to find a way to kick it off from the jump. 17 points down, they have to find some some answers offensively, and Anthony Lamb has most of those.
Back underway, it's McDonald with the ball. Crawford has it. Marcus Lee with his 2 fouls. They haven't needed to call on him for the rest of the game, it felt like. He picked them up quickly as McDonald's 3 is good. Nothing is going wrong for Tasmania.
Great screening action by Magne there. He's given the start here in the second half. And he gives that handoff, but he rotates out of it. Makes almost a moving screen, but when Jackson Parker Cartwright goes underneath, tons of room for McDonald, and an excellent set for the JackJumpers to tip off the second half.
Breakers are using screens to get free in the front court, in the back court rather. And we've got a foul on the JackJumpers. Blocking foul.
I think that was on Crawford there. He picks up his second. thought he got it cleanly, but a little bit too much contact on the post move.
That's Yang to PJC. Abercrombie for three. Magne with the rebound.
Man, he is looking springy today. Really skying above the rim to control the glass in the first half and starting here in the second.
Look at this from Crawford. Left it short. Gets his own rebound. Puts up the high floater. A scoop shot, a finger roll. Left it short though. PJC. Delaney.
Lakers have numbers there. Can't take advantage in transition because the Tasmania just scrambles so well.
Delaney with the left hand, left it short. Matiang doing his best. Here comes Drimmick. Magne. McVeigh gives it to McDonald. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Ah, it's going so right for Tasmania. It is a 20-point lead. 54, make it 22 here.
Oh, the Breakers might not score for a while. This might be the most we hear these crowds here in the second half.
Matiang with the follow, it's lifted on the rim. Has the DJ got this on loop? He might have to. How long's the loop? Trimmitt goes down. Shot did not drop. Parker Jackson Cartwright given all the space. Spike Crawford. And finally, the Breakers faithful can sit at spark.
A badly needed bucket. And in transition, they need to find some inroads before this Jack Jumper defense gets set in the half court because it's been just too tough for the Breakers to find much there.
It's 19. Magne. Oh, Will Magne going to work underneath with the and one.
Finn Delaney just caught out of position. Picks up foul number 3. Nice drop off by Crawford, getting by PJC's initial defense. Gets Matiang in the air. And then Finn Delaney with the foul, the harm, the finish, and a chance for the three-point play for Will Magne.
Magne gets the roll. (57-35). The best difference to offense and defense rating. Matiang has it dropped off by Jackson Cartwright. And Matiang will go to the line.
Well, I like the penetration by PJC there, forcing that defense to bend. You can see how many jerseys are worried about him. They're not worried about his jumper, they're worried about that penetration. He gets into the paint, there was 4 green jerseys around him. He gets him up in the air and gets that drop off to Matiang, who does the same to get to the line.
And Matiang making the first here, just 36 points for the Breakers in this game. The Cavalry can't come back soon enough to help out with Will McDowell-White. Zion Cheatham still a couple of weeks away. Glennon will come in on the make. Delaney will sit with his 3 fouls.
Glenn's got to come in and find that flame. A bit of shooting from outside, stretch this defense out. Back to the zone go the Breakers.
They get a stop. Tasmania just back so quickly. Lamb finds Glidden. Gets Trimmick in the air and strikes the 3 down.
He's been hot this season from behind the arc and able to do it in an instant off the bench. Back to the zone are the Breakers to see if this can't slow down the efficiency that Tasmania has found.
46% on the season for 3-point land for Glidden. Trimmick misses that.
Oh my. Liafa boxing out Magne, and Magne, it looked to me, tried to go over the back to get that board, but Liafa ends up getting the whistle, and the effort is just not being rewarded for the Breakers. And here we see it. Look at the mismatch. Liafa just trying to box out, get into it. I want to see where the foul is. Like, I don't see the contact there. That's a foul. Personally, I just don't see that at all. I'm sure some fans in Tasmania might see it a bit different. And that's a technical foul on Isaiah Liafa now for reacting to the video screen, to the officiating crew. And he's being told that, Coach Modi Moore is being told that he cannot, Isaiah Liafa cannot ask the crowd to get upset about it. That's what the T is for. You just got a T for asking the crowd to cheer.
Which multiverse are we in?
One that the Breakers cannot wait to get out of.
It is not happening here tonight. It is the lump of coal in the bottom of the stocking.
The way Tasmania is the physical aggressor this game, but the Breakers are not getting the same benefit of the doubt as we see McVeigh with a nice post move, takes his time down there.
Well, it's a case of the Tasmanian JackJumpers imposing their will.
Yes.
And they have the lead, so therefore they are getting the benefit.
They've
that's how
earned it with their
sport
play.
works. Absolutely, 100% agree. Oh, wait, Magno went down again. I hope he's okay. The Alpha hit a 3. Magno left it short. Lamb. Maybe the crowd will the Breakers back into this game. Drimmick with the deny, with the front. He's called for the foul. There it is. Starts to go their way now.
There has been a lot of fouls called in this game. 31 up to this point.
That's a lot. I mean, there were 43, I believe, in round 8.
And look, there's a two-hand grab, an obvious grab by Drimmick. Yeah, I don't know what he's complaining about. He's got two hands around him. He's trying to catch it.
Lamb, excuse me, on the reverse. Shaving this lead. It's 15 now. Still a lot of work to do, though. A lot of time on the clock. McVeigh going at Lamb, and there's 4 fouls. Jack McVeigh, smart.
That's it. Just a heads-up play. He knows that Lamb can't really defend him, so he's getting him into his comfort zone and just getting that contact to create the space and going to that little fadeaway. And Lamb cannot close the space for fear of the foul.
Here's Liafa. PJC can't get that to go down. And Matiang is called for the foul, trying to hustle a rebound. Matiang, that's unbelievably, that's his first.
Normally the play the Breakers are most concerned about with foul trouble has not been the case today. Matiang, 5 points. And 1 for 5 shooting from the field. 7 boards though.
McDonald. Steindl. Trying to take apart the zone defense and starting to work for the Breakers in the 3rd quarter. Lamb fighting for position on McVeigh. Matiang up high. Little foul line jump from Mango. Nice work.
They dared him to shoot it, and he took that dare and banged it home. Breakers now to 15, trying to see if the zone can't slow down the offense a bit more.
Crawford put it up, too high.
He gets an offensive rebound on his bum.
Of course he does. Crawford.
Oh, and Cartwright somehow hit that out.
He lost the handle and then he slapped it. Did PJC after Crawford bobbled it.
We have not seen Marcus.
That's the best rebound I've seen.
It's a great board, and that is.
That's been the bounce of the ball so far for Tassie.
And then look at that, loses the ball up high. Jackson Cartwright somehow hits it out. 17 offensive rebounds now for Tassie.
Jack McVeigh again over the outstretched arms of Matiang. You're right, we haven't seen Marcus Lee. They don't need him. With all due respect to Marcus Lee, of course.
Yeah, he is not seen the second half. They are happy to go with Krislovich and Magna here.
Nice shot there. McVeigh kicking it out. It's McDonald in the corner with a clean look, and it's back to 20 for Tassie.
Nice ball rotation there. Poor defensive rotation to get to the corner. There was 2 open looks, the one on the wing and in the corner. McDonald gets the last touch.
Lamb, excellent offense from Anthony Lamb, starting to work in this third quarter. He's got 9 now. Krislovich, McVeigh. It's been a good duel between those two, McVeigh and Lamb. Crawford, the fall-away 3. Short, and Crawford's got 24.
Just biding his time. If he could, when he finds the rim with this level of consistency, what an offense the JackJumpers have.
12 now for Lamb on that 3.
A little bit of back and forth, but it's all about the defensive end for the Breakers. Can they find some of that intensity the JackJumpers had in the first half?
Crawford finding space on that zone on the wing, knocking down 2 threes in a row.
And just finding that soft spot in the zone exactly, coming off that first screen, and defenders a little confused as to who's going to challenge that best.
Jackson Cartwright firing it out. More often than not, he finds a teammate like Lialfa found Metiang there.
It's all about the penetration. When the Breakers penetrate the lane, good things happen for them. The defense collapses, and they get options.
McDonald.
Just a little flipper.
Just threw it up there.
Tossed up the Dolphin shot.
Is Lamb finding Lialfa in the corner, a little strong.
And those are the shots that absolutely have to drop when you're in a hole this big. When you get opportunities like that and don't take advantage of them, comeback becomes really tough.
McVeigh. McVeigh's foul.
8 wide.
He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That is 5 team fouls now.
Well, McVeigh's found his rhythm here in this third quarter. Attacking Metiang, who tries to jump up, but he goes forward. He doesn't go straight up with the arms, but not with the leap. He closed that space. McVeigh does well to find that contact, and now has a chance to get himself up to 18 points with a couple of makes here.
Let's line up, please.
This has just been so clinical from the JackJumpers. They just have not been flummoxed at all. Even when they were down 5, they weathered that storm, and then they just continue to impose their will. They've worked out the zone as well. You can find seams and holes in zones.
The more you play a zone, the easier it is to play against it. You know, if you're going 4, 5, 6 possessions in a row, you're going to start to figure out those rotations. You're going to figure out how to manipulate it. And that's when you're not playing well. When you're playing great, it's even easier.
Jackson Cartwright gets
Oh, what a recovery by Steindl there.
Such a good job sticking with that play and getting a fingertip to it.
And the foul late on the box out. Possession will stick with the Breakers. That's Junior Leduc. Look at this last fake. Gets Steindl up in the air. But the recovery, look at that second jump. Just missed it, actually. I thought Steindl got a piece of it, but just a miss.
Crawford got tied up and Lialfa got free and he gets the bucket.
Excellent screening action on that baseline out of bounds to get the open look.
56-75. 30 to go in the third quarter. Biggest lead was 22 for the JackJumpers. It's 19 now. 1 to shoot for Crawford. Who's got it? Lialfa has it. And we need to wipe up a lot of wet spots on that floor. I think Lialfa stepped out when he grabbed it as well, so it will be JackJumpers' ball.
He had his foot on the baseline when that happened. Apparently didn't see it from this angle, but they're right on top of it.
somebody. Finds Crawford. Harassed by the breakers with the spin move. Lamb with the rebound.
Well, there's only 4 left. Got to get it up quick.
From midcourt, Lamb. Third quarter is over. He felt like he got hit as well, but we'll take a break here at Spark Arena. It is the JackJumpers 75, the Breakers 56, a 19-point lead for the visitors. Fourth quarter about to get underway here at Spark Arena. 75-56, Tasmania. Absolutely all over the Breakers through 2.5 quarters. Here's Parker Jackson Cartwright operating with a Lamb. Pops out, shoots a 3, strokes it. It's a Lamb with 15 now.
Well, he's found a way to work himself back into this ball game offensively. Jackson Cartwright certainly looking hard from there to try and get that 3-point shot ignited.
At least they're saving money on the steam cannons above. Backboard. Liafa, will they release it? No, they won't.
Just look at him chase down the glass as well. Mantis Stavicius keeps possession somehow. Looked like it might have been some activity there on the contact, but that's not what's getting whistled.
I don't think so.
Oh, now they're saying they just swapped the call. Doesn't stay with the Breakers, goes the other way. Oh, try to call a timeout. Whittemore try to call a timeout to challenge.
It is going to be a review. What exactly happened is Stavicius and...
Was he Steindl and Stavicius chase after it?
They get tied up here.
And that's certainly off Steindl's hand. That's the foul. They didn't call the foul, though. What they called was out of bounds.
3, 2, 1, go!
And they're going to have a look at that. So the foul is not challengeable. So all they're looking at is who the ball went off of. The ball did not go off of Mantis Stavicius there. And so it's going to, unless they're saying somehow he touched it afterwards. It 16 points the difference. It's not out of the realm of possibilities for the Breakers to come back in this one if they just find a little rhythm.
Down 16. Somehow it goes the way of the Breakers on this one, and it doesn't look like it will be. $75.59 on the review. The snooze timeout called by Modimore on the Breakers. And we're waiting for the official call. Vaughan Mabry waiting for confirmation from the bunker, which is right beside Casey Frank. Piped in from Melbourne.
After review, the coach's challenge is successful. The call has been overturned. It is now grey ball.
Well, it goes to the Breakers. Here's Rustavicius. He got fouled. He's pulled up a little bit lame there. It hasn't been a season of continuous playing time for Mantas Rustavicius. He's been hampered by injury since pre-season.
Well, you talk about McDonald's efficiency shooting the basketball, his true shooting percentage, and what he does for the JackJumpers. Before he got injured, Rustavicius had that same effect for the Breakers, and he is a weapon that they have sorely needed on that wing, both with his shooting ability, his penetration, but defensively as well. This young player has a bright future, but the time is now for the Breakers that they need him to commit and to submit himself to this team continually.
Crawford into the game for Barker. Krislovic, here's the alpha on him. It's going to be Ding. Oh, Majok Ding with a long two.
And Lamb doesn't challenge, doesn't chase it too much. He's got those 4 fouls, but the Breakers have to find a way to play defense without foul trouble if they want to claw back any closer. Nice shot by Ding.
Delaney misses the straight on 3. Steindl with the rebound. Shoves Mantas back down to the floor.
Delaney just has not really been able to get himself involved in this game. 3 fouls, 2 points.
Crawford did a dance, fall away.
Illegal box out.
Krislovic goes down. It's going to be Finn Delaney.
That'll be his 4th personal.
He's got the foul called on him.
Didn't see the contact myself, just saw Krislovic lined up on the floor. It has been a physical battle. I mean, Tasmania refuses to get boxed out. They are attacking the glass. That's why they have 19 offensive rebounds to the Breakers 5.
Krislovic just attacks the Breakers defense there. Finn Delaney with his 4 fouls can't do a lot physically from Krislovic. And why wouldn't you attack the glass against the Breakers? They are dead last in the league for rebounds this season. It has not been a vintage rebounding season as Lamb has swatted by Ding.
Yeah, that is athletic defense. He anticipated that. He's got great length and athleticism on Lamb there and used it.
McDonald for 3.
Another offensive rebound.
Is that Krislovic in amongst 3 Breakers?
That's number 20. Whoever touched it. 49 rebounds to 29 overall.
20 offensive boards. Crawford with a 3. Krislovic with another rebound, and we got a whistle.
The Breakers just, man, they are being buried. This is just, they must feel like Sisyphus. They get that ball to the top, it just breaks and goes right back down to pieces.
That is 5 on Anthony Lamb. And a timeout from Modi Ma'o. (79-61). And we've got some legends in the building. Hero Cameron is with Courtney Tidy.
Pedal, you just had some recent success with the Tall Blacks, and I guess makes you guys go that one bit closer to qualifying for the Paris Olympics and have some upcoming matches.
Yeah, we got a FIBA window in February 25th here in Auckland against Hong Kong, and then some qualifiers in July in Athens, so they're going to be tough.
Your thoughts on the Kiwi talent that we have currently playing in the NBL and how that can assist heading towards that goal of making the Olympics?
It's great. There's a lot of talent out there, a lot of Kiwi talent that's amongst all the teams, and here on the court for the Breakers, it's good to see.
And the importance of the South NBL and helping that development of players?
Yeah, real important. We get to see the new crew coming through, a lot of young talent and blooding their first years here, coming back from college, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, and it's great to see you here.
Cheers.
Tall Blacks coach Pedro Cameron taking in.
Got so much friendlier in his post-playing days.
He's always been friendly, Casey Frank.
To you. My God.
Ding. Feeling it. Can't stick the long two. Liafa looking for Rustavicius. He fires it back out to Isaiah Liafa. He knocks down the three. Breakers 10-3. Yeah. Rather 9-3, 9 of 24, 38% from downtown. And man, down 15, under 7 to go though. Krislovic. Delaney with a rebound. Finally a box out that works. Oh, Ding pokes it away. And then look out, Majok Ding puts it down with two hands.
One step forward, two steps back. What a little tip from behind by Dang. And gets rewarded on the other end with a fast break dunk.
It is an absolute nightmare trying to get the ball in at the moment for the Breakers. Liafa.
And when you do get past that press, you have to attack it. You can't pull back like this. Works out that time with the BJC triple, but you have to make a team that presses pay for pressing to get them out of it. If you're just forcing back into the half-court offense, they'll do it all day.
McVeigh and Drummock, the Bash brothers for the Tasmanian JackJumpers, are looking to check in. Steindl strokes the three. Clint Steindl doing what he does best. Yang up high.
Krislovic is getting away with a lot. He's got two hands on ball handlers. He is having a field day out there throwing his weight around.
Gets the block. Jackson Cartwright. Crawford in the dance again. Finds Ding. Ding. Can't get it to go down, and he just gets his own rebound.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Modi Ma'o calls timeout.
What a response there by Tasmania as the Breakers cut it to 14, back to 19, back-to-back buckets. Dang, look at this effort.
Check out the 50-second rebound.
On one side of the rim, he jumps once, he jumps twice to get that bucket. Oh, it's a cold world for the Breakers today.
The lead is 19, 86-67. Crawford has 27. McVeigh has 18. Ding has 12. Magnay has 10. Marcus Lee's not needed after the first quarter foul trouble. Milton Doyle back home at the States, in the States.
Anton, please.
Taking care of his family after the passing of his father. There's been all one-way traffic since the middle of the first quarter in this game. Scott Roth and the Tasmanian JackJumpers, they have come in. I think they've sort of circled this game after the round 8 win. The Breakers inflicted on Tasmania. It cost them an injury to Will McDowell-White. He's expected back in a couple of weeks. Hopefully for the Breakers, Cheatham as well. Coming up to the midway point of this fourth quarter, Matty Yang with the alley-oop play from PJC.
Well, nice execution. Worked that play from side to side, forced that Tasmanian defense to bend a bit before getting that lob play. Matt Yang with one of his better games of the season.
Ding's fouled and one again.
I mean, he is just having a field day here in the second half, finding a lot of space. So we take another look at the lob as PJC took 2 defenders. Dang, almost got to that anyway, showing that great length and anticipation he can display. But then on the other end, just takes that contact, somehow keeps his balance for the finish, and he is turning into such an important piece for the JackJumpers coming off the bench.
14 for him. Can't make it 15. Abercrombie pulls it down. The Alpha looks to go. 4 of them are back for Tasmania. Rupstavicius. Breakers look to push. Get the 3. Time is not on their side though. There's 4:30 to go in this game.
Well, fortunately, the shot clock's working, so we can't see the 40-second possessions. Otherwise, this game would be done and dusted for the Breakers.
Crawford to the left.
Look at Dang. Look at the work rate he is putting in. Just continually beating other players, and now he just gets the whistle there. Illegal box out. The crowd does not like it.
It's on Abercrombie. The vet with his hands on his hips.
Well, that's just the effort of Majuk Dang. Just gets that first tip, comes back in, gets the second, just refusing to be denied.
Tassie turnover.
Turnovers, those quick turnovers especially, the only thing that can hurt the JackJumpers.
Just the 6th of the game.
Both teams have done a reasonable job with the basketball. Only 9 for the Breakers up to this point, despite the pressure defense of Tasmania.
Jackson Cartwright to the cup.
Up to 23 now. 10 in the second half. Pardon me, 7 in the second half.
Just a swipe with Jordan. Steindl up high as Ding. Looking for a handoff. 5 to shoot for Tasmania. Steindl needs to get it up. Under 2. Delaney has it. There's some words for Jackson Cartwright. Looks to get it back. Delaney. Can he get the roll? Yeah, Mantas Rupstavicius was there on the glass, and then it's a foul underneath.
I think that's Crawford trying to get in the body. And Finn Delaney, he's just struggling to get his hands on that basketball. Lost it again there on that little drive. You see he catches it here, pushes ahead, and just fumbles it. Able to gather to get that shot up, and then we're to Rupstavicius with that little forearm shove by Crawford. And they're saying that's shooting? It should be on the baseline. I don't think, yeah.
Certainly, Casey, that was not a shooting foul. And they have made the correct call, of course.
Got to it eventually, went to the replay, talked to the replay officials next to us, and thankfully got it correct.
You know, maybe Mantas was going to get the tip.
You could have, but you actually have to be in that tip motion.
That's a good point.
Just the tip, at least. PJC again, finding some space down in the key, down to 12.
It's down to 12.
Oh, wait a minute, do we have ourselves a ball game?
Not yet. We're at single digits. We're at single digits. 3 minutes to go. Delaney pokes it away. 8 to shoot for Tasmania. Liapa with the steal. Abercrombie on the trail. Gives it up to the vet. And he puts it in.
we got ourselves almost a ball game. Anticipation by Liafa in the lane. They're trying to get the ball to Crawford. And we've seen Tasmania just get a little less aggressive offensively. Offensive foul call.
Mahjong Ding with it. Magnay will come back into the game. Breakers ball, 2:38 to go.
This is what looked dead and buried, somehow coming back to life.
Scott Roth looking unflustered. Just needs his team to hang on here. PJC!
Oh, what a block,
Magnay from the weak side swats it away.
What
Unreal.
a block. The recovery there had no chance at it, but he still snacks it out of the sky. That's a foul on Mantas Mustafishis.
Just like that. Look at this block. He had a clean.
He's not even in the screen.
Look at it.
Man, that is
gorgeous from Magnay.
Just lovely to see Will Magnay back at his athletic best. He has struggled with injuries these last few years, but he is playing above the rim today and in recent weeks, and showing the type of impact he can have on games on both ends of the court. 10 points today, 10 rebounds, a double-double, 2 steals, a block.
Drimmick at the line, and just like that, Tasmania do enough. The lead is back to 12. Breakers got to go. Time is not on their side. Up high comes Davicius. Drimmick chases him off the line. Liafa. Jackson Cartwright for 3. Can't get that to go down. Drimmick with the rebound.
Just a little confusion for the Breakers. Davicius playing that 4 spot, not knowing he's supposed to be the screener.
Magnay's called for the foul on the screen.
I mean, they're blowing that whistle on that screen late. That's the same screen he's been playing all day. I don't know why it's a foul now, and I think he's having the same question. But the Breakers will take it.
Liafa for 3. Just not falling for them.
That is a quick shot clock. We've got some kind of issue. That's 8 seconds, yeah.
Drimmick and Davicius have words. Magnay comes over and bodies up the next star.
And Finn Delaney having a little something to say to Drimmick as well.
Wonder if Mantas is saying things in Lithuanian. Vaughan Mabry's having a word to the young man. Told you it was spicy between these two teams.
I always feel it's going to be a little bit difficult to really get into the Eastern Euros. Having been to Lithuania a couple of times,
yeah.
There's a little bit of a different upbringing. Not sure what's being discussed now. Seeing exactly. Okay, so they called 8 seconds based on the shot clock being down at 13 seconds. And what's being said is the shot clock was incorrect. There should be 7, there's 1 second now for Tasmania to get the ball on the other side. So nothing in the scrum whatsoever, but also not an 8-second call yet. And they get it across immediately.
Steiner with the ball. McVeigh gets the drive going and is fouled. That's Liafa's foul. He picks up his 3rd. That'll be shots because, of course, they're in 5 team fouls.
We have 44 fouls today.
One more than the last time. Got to move the Breakers huddle up a little bit. McVeigh shoots his first.
Just got to get above that free throw line. Never easy to shoot a free throw by yourself in an actual game.
I was making sure they were
McVeigh continues to tick along the scoreboard, threatening 20 points. We'll cross it or meet it if he hits this one. Always smiling.
Hey, guys, easy. Will, easy.
It really was that second quarter, wasn't it? Drimmick's called for the foul.
And that's the
Bit of
fifth
a
personal on the JackJumpers now.
That second quarter, holding the Breakers to just 8 while putting 23 on them. And it just gave them an absolute advantage heading into the second half.
The Breakers have made some inroads here in the fourth, but running out of time quickly. I found a little bit of form here with this smaller lineup, going a little bit quicker, moving that ball around, and might as well give up on the glass anyway, because you've already given up 24 offensive rebounds.
They got Perth next through Tasmania. In Perth, that'll be a game. Cairns will host the Breakers on Friday night.
Another rebound for Magnay.
Another offensive rebound for the JackJumpers. That is 25. And we got a walk from Jordan Crawford. He did his damage in the first quarter. He's got 27 overall. Jordan Crawford, 8 of 27. He is a Foot Locker player of the game. As Abercrombie's 3 is off to the right.
What a performance by Crawford early. Just setting the table as Magnay finishes strong. 12 points, 11 rebounds. The double-double. Big off the bench today for the JackJumpers.
Delaney dropping it off to Abercrombie. Drimmick again. Getting on the floor. Oh, what Anthony Drimmick does. Crawford harassed by Liafa, putting the move on him. That's super
That's quick.
Oh my goodness.
That's the 30-piece.
Jordan Crawford.
Was that the one-footer? Was that the Dirk from 3?
I think it might be. I had it obscured.
What a finish.
I apologize. As PJC leaves it long. Magnay with another rebound. That is rebound number 59 in the game. 97-80. Tasmania come in and just absolutely destroy the Breakers on their home floor. They do such a good job of getting on the glass, getting into their defense, and they have done an absolute job on the Breakers here at Spark Arena. Did the damage in the second quarter, and the Breakers will go back to the drawing board, lick their wounds and regroup. And Pete will be all about the Cairns Taipans next Friday. Jordan Crawford, the Foot Locker player of the game, doing the damage with 30 points. And they will have Perth Wildcats. They are hunting that top spot on the ladder. The Breakers, their hunt for the postseason continues. They just cannot crack into that top 6, that 6th position. Cairns and Brisbane above them. JackJumpers, though, what a statement that has been tonight. Do they have that championship-winning defense in effort? Well, it's December, but it really looks like they are on a mission right now. Let's go to Casey Frank.
Well, Jordan, tremendous performance, especially by Tasmania defensively. What was the mindset coming into this one on that end of the court?
First off, to God be the glory. But it was defense and just continue to get after it. 40 minutes playing Jackie's basketball up the floor and being tough.
Offensively, you looked like you took some more on your shoulders. Of course, condolences to the family of Milton Doyle at this time. But with him gone, it looked like you took a little bit extra on your shoulder, especially in that first half where you came out the gates explosive.
Condolences to Milt. It's my guy. We're with him. Prayers up. But yeah, my teammates told me to be aggressive for all week and saying whatever happens, we're going to have your back and we're going to ride with you. So kudos to them to just trusting me and being confident in me.
And then the few times you did miss, you guys absolutely controlled the offensive glass. I think 24+ offensive rebounds last time I looked. What kind of confidence does that give a shooter to know that there's a pretty much a 50-50 chance it's coming back?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. These guys crash all the time. I mean, in practice, it's difficult. It's like that with everybody across the board, and they did a great job tonight on the offensive rebounds.
And just finally, good to see Will Magnay coming back to his best, what he's doing, double-double tonight, able to influence the game on both ends of the court. What does that mean to have that big combination between himself and Marcus Lee?
Yeah, it's huge. When Marcus in or Mag's in, whoever's in at the time, when they come out, we got another big presence that's athletic, gonna rebound, block shots, and it's huge for both of them being able to play.
I appreciate the time. Good job, Doc.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Jordan Crawford is your Foot Locker player of the game. 97-80. We'll take a break here at Spark Arena. Welcome back. Spark Arena starting to thin out from the supporters, but the Tasmanian JackJumpers going through their stretching, and you can understand why. They have done a Herculean effort on the glass, 60 rebounds, and this is how the ladder looks after this game, and it is the Tasmanian JackJumpers staying and solidifying their position in second place behind United, who have a game in hand on them. So do the Kings, who are chasing as well. The Breakers outside of that 6. For the JackJumpers, they have the Perth Wildcats, a big challenge on the road. And we'll say goodbye to you. We'll be back in a couple of weeks here at Spark Arena for you. Until then, good night.